Hello friends, now you will find out what this song is about. Very interesting facts about its performer and the exact lyrics. At the end of the video, a real surprise awaits you. The Village People, an iconic disco group from the 1970s, are famous for their flamboyant costumes, catchy tunes, and high-energy performances. Here are some interesting facts about them. 1. Created as a concept group. The Village People were the brainchild of French producers Jacques Morali and Henri Belolo. Inspired by the gay subculture of Greenwich Village in New York City, they wanted a group that would appeal to both LGBTQ audiences and mainstream disco lovers. 2. Iconic costumes with a twist. The group members represented archetypes from American culture, particularly associated with working-class masculinity. Policeman, cowboy, construction worker, Indian, Native American, Leatherman, biker, and soldier. Policeman, cowboy, construction worker, Indian, Native American, Leatherman, biker, and soldier. These costumes played on hyper-masculine stereotypes while also being campy and playful. 3. Y.M.C.A. was a double entendre. The song Y.M.C.A. is a disco anthem celebrating the Y.M.C.A. as a place where people could socialize and work out. For LGBTQ audiences, the song also had a cheeky subtext referring to the Y.M.C.A. as a meeting place for gay men. It became an enduring cultural phenomenon and is often performed at sporting events, parties, and parades. 4. A mix of straight and gay members. Though the Village People were marketed as icons of gay culture, not all members were gay. Victor Willis, the original lead singer The Policeman, was straight and married Felicia Rashad, known as Claire Huxtable from The Cosby Show, during his time with the group. 5. International success but us controversy. The Village People became international disco sensations with hits like Macho Man, In the Navy, and Go West. However, their flamboyance and association with gay culture led to some backlash in the more conservative parts of the U.S. during their peak. 6. Recruitment of members through casting. When assembling the group, Jacques Morali held auditions and selected performers based on their looks and ability to embody the chosen personas. Felipe Rose, the Native American character, was discovered performing in a feathered headdress at a bar. 7. U.S. Navy recruitment campaign. The Village People song In the Navy became so popular that the U.S. Navy briefly considered using it as a recruitment jingle. However, the idea was dropped due to the group's association with LGBTQ culture. 8. Disco backlash and their film flop. By the early 1980s, the disco craze faded and the group's popularity waned. Their 1980 movie Can't Stop the Music, co-starring Steve Guttenberg, was a box office failure. It became infamous for being one of the worst films ever, even winning the inaugural Golden Raspberry Award for Worst Picture. 9. Recognized for cultural impact. Despite early criticism, the Village People are now celebrated for their contributions to music and LGBTQ representation. In 2008, Y.M.C.A. was added to the Library of Congress's National Recording Registry, recognized as culturally significant. 10. Enduring legacy. The Village People's music is still beloved at weddings, parades, and sports events. The choreography for Y.M.C.A., spelling out the letters with hand movements, is instantly recognizable worldwide. Here's a deeper dive into the song Y.M.C.A. by the Village People, exploring its cultural, historical, and symbolic dimensions. 1. The YMCA, a historical context. The YMCA Young Men's Christian Association was founded in London in 1844 as a religious organization promoting spiritual and physical well-being. Over time, it became a global network offering gyms, swimming pools, housing, and social programs. By the 20th century, YMCA facilities in the U.S. were open to all, becoming a hub for young men seeking affordable housing, exercise, and a sense of community. 2. The lyrics, ambiguous and playful. On the surface, the lyrics encourage young men to go to the YMCA for positive reasons. You can get yourself clean, you can have a good meal, you can do whatever you feel. You can get yourself clean, you can have a good meal, you can do whatever you feel. Beneath the wholesome veneer, the song's playful tone and nods to hanging out with the boys have long been interpreted as a wink to gay subculture. This dual interpretation made the song resonate with mainstream audiences and LGBTQ listeners alike, offering different layers of meaning. 3. The role of Jacques Morali. Jacques Morali, the group's creator and producer, was an openly gay man. He intentionally infused the Village People's music and image with LGBTQ themes. while keeping it campy and fun for mass appeal. This blend of humor and hidden references is part of what made Y.M.C.A. such a lasting hit. It worked as both celebration and satire. 4. Gay subtext and the Y.M.C.A.'s response. During the disco era, Y.M.C.A. facilities in major cities like New York and San Francisco became known as informal meeting places for gay men, especially those looking for discretion or community. While the song became an anthem for LGBTQ pride, the YMCA organization itself initially distanced itself from the song's more risque interpretations. However, over time, they embraced its cultural significance and celebratory tone. 5. Cultural impact. Disco-era anthem released in 1978 on the Village People's Cruisin' album, YMCA, captured the spirit of the late 1970s disco movement, fun, energetic, and inclusive. Released in 1978 on the Village People's Cruisin' album, YMCA, captured the spirit of the late 1970s disco movement, fun, energetic, and inclusive. Global phenomenon, the song topped charts worldwide, becoming one of the most recognized disco tracks of all time. Its universal appeal transcended cultural barriers, making it a staple at weddings, sporting events, and celebrations across the globe. The song topped charts worldwide, becoming one of the most recognized disco tracks of all time. Its universal appeal transcended cultural barriers, making it a staple at weddings, sporting events, and celebrations across the globe. 6. The dance craze. The hand movement spelling out YMCA during the chorus weren't originally part of the song. At a live show in 1979, the audience spontaneously began forming the letters with their arms. The Village People adopted the choreography, and it became an inseparable part of the song's identity. 7. LGBTQ significance. Though not explicitly a gay anthem when it was released, YMCA quickly became one. The flamboyant costumes of the Village People and the song's celebration of freedom, self-expression, and community struck a chord with LGBTQ audiences. Today, it is often performed at LGBTQ pride events and remains a symbol of unity and acceptance. 8. Enduring popularity. In sports, the song is a go-to track for crowd engagement at sports events, where thousands of fans dance along to the choreography. In pop culture, it has been featured in countless films, TV shows, and commercials, solidifying its place as a cultural touchstone. 9. Legal dispute over copyright. In 2020, Victor Willis, the original lead singer and lyricist, sued over rights to the song, arguing that he deserved a larger share of royalties. The case highlighted the song's enduring financial value decades after its release. 10. National recognition. In 2020, YMCA was added to the Library of Congress's National Recording Registry, recognized as culturally, historically, or aesthetically significant. Why it stands out. YMCA remains iconic because it balances accessibility and depth. It's a fun, catchy dance song anyone can enjoy. For those who look closer, it's also a celebration of diversity, acceptance, and the LGBTQ experience. Young man, there's no need to feel down. I said, young man, pick yourself off the ground. I said, young man, 'cause you're in a new town. There's no need to be unhappy. Young man, there's a place you can go. I said, young man, when you're short on your dough, you can stay there, and I'm sure you will find many ways to have a good time. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. They have everything for young men to enjoy. You can hang out with all the boys. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. You can get yourself clean, you can have a good meal, you can do whatever you feel. Young man, are you listening to me? I said, young man, what do you want to be? I said, young man, you can make real your dreams. But you got to know this one thing. No man does it all by himself. I said, young man, put your pride on the shelf and just go there to the YMCA. I'm sure they can help you today. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. They have everything for young men to enjoy. You can hang out with all the boys. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. You can get yourself clean, you can have a good meal, you can do whatever you feel. Young man, I was once in your shoes. I said, I was down and out with the blues. I felt no man cared if I were alive. I felt the whole world was so jive. That's when someone came up to me and said, young man, take a walk up the street. There's a place there called the YMCA. They can start you back on your way. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. They have everything for young men to enjoy. You can hang out with all the boys. YMCA. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. Young man, there's no need to feel down. Young man, get yourself off the ground. YMCA, it's fun to stay at the YMCA. Young man, are you listening to me? Young man, what do you want to be? YMCA. You'll find it at the YMCA. No man, young man, does it all by himself. Young man, put your pride on the shelf. YMCA, and just go to the YMCA. Young man, I was once in your shoes. Young man, I was down with the blues. YMCA. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. Thank you for watching the video, and now here is the promised surprise. Everyone who subscribes to our channel will become a participant in the annual drawing of the newest iPhone. If you like this performer, put a like and see you soon.